when everything's moving round. You breathe the light into the shadows when everything's lying down. You will all grow back again. Finished when everything's underground. You bring the warmth into the shadows when everything's lying down. We will all grow back again. On ground we've broken.
What's going on, everyone? Hey, it's Jason, and today we are doing our stream to build the Panzer fight stick for the Black Lives Matter winner. We're doing the lever-based build today, and I'll try and do the hitbox build tomorrow. I felt it was appropriate to come back a little bit and stream this, just to show everyone that we're following through as promised, of course. And I feel like it's an important moment to capture and keep for a while, just to show that despite doing all the business and breaking down the stick videos and such, we still did some good things here at Jason's Customs, and I think this is one of them. So let's go ahead and get building here and shift it over to what you guys actually want to see, the build. All right, so you can see here we've got the black case that we're going to be building in today, and we're gonna just go through the build like we normally would. I do have a few things pre-staged just to make it go a little bit faster, but let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna do here is get the bottom pad installed so I can peel off this back layer with the, there we go, the adhesive, and put this in place. Perfect. That's a good one right there. Alright, flip that upside down, let the pressure push it in place. And let's take the top half off so we got some room to work. Oh, that died. Good thing I got a second one here. Let's go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Hey Brian, welcome to the chat. Alright, we'll just set the back or the bottom piece off to the side because we don't need that right away. We'll go ahead and get the universal plate installed. Ah, 3 a.m. and you can't sleep. Yikes. 3 a.m. I'm usually getting up to go to the bathroom, afraid I'm going to wake all the animals up and have to stay awake. Alright. Okay, so we got that all lined up. Let's just double check here to make sure it's centered over the hole. It is, and go ahead and tighten it down. Just using my Husky nut driver here. This thing's awesome. They come in a nice pack of, I think, 5 or 6, both in Imperial and metric. So I've got both sets. I love them. Granted, all the Panzer stuff except for the top screws is all Imperial, so you know, there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Pro Cable portion installed. Set this off to the side a little bit. Get the plates. Ah, nice. It is nice working from home. I wish, well, I don't know that I wish I could do that, but it'd be nice to have the option at least. Alright, we'll get that lined up like this. And then, like I normally do, I'm going to use a couple of the screws to keep the plates aligned as I tighten the nut on the back of the connector here. Alright, and look at that, we got the little nub lined up just perfectly right here at the bottom, so that's great. Let's go ahead and tighten that down with our fingers, like so. Then I'm going to grab my wrench here, align it to the flat parts on the connector, like so. Perfect. Then I'll use my question, does Arcade Shock sell your Panzer Plexis? No, they don't. There are no authorized retailers of anything that I make. Alright. So now that we got that done, let's go ahead and get this lined up. This installed in the case like so. pretty good. Go ahead and get the star washers installed here. Oh, hang on 1 second, I got a package. Alright, I apologize about that. Had a redelivery for some packages that were tried to be delivered earlier today. Alright. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just finger tightening down the Pro cable. Ignore Nightbot. Obviously the shop is closed, so you can't buy anything that you're seeing tonight. But if you super chat, it will change the lights behind me. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so there we go. I got the Pro cable installed. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and install the front buttons here. Alright, we're going to go with the dark high buttons for the front. For those of you who are out there joining in for the stream, I appreciate it. I honestly didn't expect anyone to continue to follow me on anything, and a lot of people to just unsubscribe from my channel and my Twitter and stuff, which would have been, I don't know, I guess expected. So those of you who got the notifications and decided to jump in, I appreciate it. Thanks. Can I make my own template and hire a plastics company? Yeah, I guess you could. Unfortunately, the Illustrator files are not available, so you'd have to reverse engineer it from the PSDs. Alright, so we're just getting the lock and the lever selector switch wired up. Now that we got that done, we'll go ahead and feed some wires through so we can get the front buttons connected and plopped into place. Yeah, all my stuff was laser cut, even the metal. So like I said, we're going to use the 24mm dark high buttons for the front. I think those will look pretty sweet. Cool. your Plexi was warped. Why didn't you order one before we closed? I had plenty in stock. Yeah, it's 1/16, 1.5 millimeters. Yeah, I apologize to everyone if I sound a little bit curt, if you will, for answering questions and you know, being exceptionally inflexible or sticking to my guns a little bit more than you think I should be about not selling parts. But you know, it was important to me just to make a clean break and move forward. Which is, one of the reasons why I quit monitoring my Twitter account, and I'm about to lock the Facebook account. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. But I'm not going to take my YouTube channel down. I'm going to leave that up because it's a lot less back and forth, and I can publish content. And I have some projects I'm going to work on, not necessarily fight stick related and whatnot. So, excuse me. So I'm going to keep that open, and I still like and enjoy making videos. It's a lot less controversial at times and a lot less of a time investment after it's posted. Alright, so we got that done. Go ahead and move this down. Let's go ahead and get the Brook board. We're going to put a universal fight board in these. Get this lined up and put into place. Just use this little 440 screw. Installed. Go ahead and get the USB cable plugged in here. Get this out of the way. There we go. Just like that. That looks pretty good. Alright, so since we're not using screw-in buttons, we can go ahead and put the Easy Build PCB in place. And we're going to switch that to ground. Alright. Got exactly 3 more fight sticks I would say I have to build. Well, I guess 2 after this. No, 3 after this. I've got the Black Lives Matter hitbox to build still, which I think I'm going to do tomorrow on stream. And then I've got 1 for a customer in Canada. We started his way back in like July of last year, and it just took a long time to get all the parts and payments and stuff on his end done. So I think I'm just waiting on the Easy Build PCB at this point. So that I can finish his build. And the reason that one took so long is I made a decision that his custom stick was actually quite involved, required a lot of printed Plexi and a custom Easy Build and stuff. And I made the decision to let him make payments on it because, well, I wanted to be a nice guy. And so what I did is I waited until, you know, a certain amount of it was paid before I had things manufactured, and even, you know, a little bit more paid until I got the printed Plexi done, and plus I had to wait for the artwork to show up. So I think we went through like 4 or 5 printed Plexi runs before I got his Plexi printed because I was waiting on it. And so now it's just one of the outstanding projects I have to finish up now that it finally is fully paid off. So I can actually get it done. So now I'm just waiting on the Easy Build to arrive because I had to get that manufactured. And then I've got another case. It's a little bit bigger than a Panzer that a gentleman commissioned about a month before I decided I was going to shut down. And you know, I'm a man of my word, so obviously, you know, I said, yeah, we'll make it, and we can do that. And we went through the design, and we got some custom powder coat made for it. And I still got to finish his. His is a little bit more straightforward. I'm just waiting on the artwork to arrive with this most recent printed Plexi batch. So hopefully there's no issues with it. And we actually went with like a clear, mostly clear artwork with just a subtle bit of design on it. So that should actually look really cool because a lot of that custom color will shine through, if you will, and have a really nice effect. Oh, apparently I got another package. Hang on. Annie, calm down, dog. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. I'm trying to find my wire snips, and I guess I haven't used them in a while. I can't find them. Yes, perfect. Got them. Let's see. Does the plate exist anywhere else? No, that was a custom design I made, and I thought people would be super excited about it, but unfortunately it looks like not a lot of people were, so not a lot of people bought them. I have a bunch, but like I said, no one's reselling any of my products. Now, if anyone was interested in wholesale purchasing things, let me know, and we can probably make a deal out, but that would probably require a lot more money than you want to spend on just one plate. I actually did offer them to Aki Shop as well as Sengoku here in Japan, and neither of them seemed very interested in it. So okay, so we've got that all done, so I guess the next thing we'll do is flip this over and install the Plexi. Alright, Alright, so we got the custom printed Plexi here. It's still got the blue protective film on it. Again, this was designed by Purple Grimace Designs. He's awesome. If you need artwork done for your fight sticks, definitely go check him out. I don't know, so I see a question about group buy. Group buy could be done, I guess, but it would be me shipping one box to one person, and then that person would have to figure out how to get it to everybody. And I'm thinking it would have to be a number of parts. Probably greater than 10, but less than what I have in stock of anything, I guess. That I would probably be willing to do on a case-by-case basis. Alright, so now we got that in place. Now what we're going to do is peel off this Plexi clear mess. I hate this stuff. Fortunately, the blue peels off a lot easier than the brown paper. There we go. I think that came out pretty good. Oh look, you can see my nice ring light right here. Look at that. So I'm not going to tighten these all the way down, just most of the way down, so that I can keep have a little bit of play to get the buttons locked in. Alright, so that's good. So I'm going to flip this up on its side. Those of you who follow me for a while and seen me build fight sticks know that I always do this. Makes it easier. Perfect. All right. I know this is not the greatest angle to watch a build, but this is just the easiest way to get everything installed at this part of the build. There's quite a few people in the chat today watching the video. I appreciate you guys tuning in, or gals, or whoever it may be. I appreciate it. Especially since it's so late in the US right now. Okay, so we got the all the wires installed. That looks pretty good. Now we take a look at the top here, and minus my grubby fingerprints on it, that came out pretty good. So let's go ahead and tighten this all down. And I'm actually a really big fan of this artwork. I kind of wish I'd have bought some extra so that I could at least just hang it on my wall with some of the other printed Plexis I have that I've saved and haven't installed. Hey Mark, welcome to the stream. Alright, so there we go. That came out pretty good. What do you guys think? I like it. Okay, so that's the front, the top. The only thing we have left to do is install the lever, which I probably could have or should have done before I installed the Plexi, just to make sure I didn't accidentally scratch it. but it's all good. Let's go ahead and get the hardware set up for this. I've had the interrupters in my head for like 2 weeks. So if you hear me humming, that's what I'm humming. Alright, cool. Cool, good. Alright. Let's go ahead and now gently flip this like this. And I always kind of put it off my table so that the shaft can go through the build, and then once I get a couple screws in, I can bring it back on the table fully. So this is like the most intense part. And of course you can't really see it. If you guys don't mind, let me know how the quality of the stream is coming through, video, audio, and all that good stuff. I figure I've got all this fancy equipment, I probably should still use it, and it should look good for y'all. Alright, so that's in. Let me just do a quick look here. Yep, that looks pretty good. It's nice and centered. I'm happy with that. So I'll flip it back over now, and then I'll use this screwdriver and tighten it all down. So if you guys have been following my personal Twitter, I appreciate it. I just got a smoker, and I've enjoyed it a lot, actually. I made some pork shoulder last weekend and a brisket, and they both came out pretty good. I got a little bit of work to do on my brisket, but I signed up for master class, and I've started watching some of Aaron Franklin's barbecue tips from Texas. So learned a little bit there, and it's been kind of enjoyable. It's nice having a little bit of free time to kind of just do whatever I want, not have any significant obligations once I get off work. That was that's been a nice change. Now granted, I've been taking a lot of time and working on resumes and personal statements and letters of recommendation for my MBA program application, but you know, whatever. That's all personal investment, so it's worth it. I like it. So, good, there we go. Alright, so there you go, we got that done. Now I need to find a topper. I forgot to bring a ball top down, so give me a minute, let me go grab one. Alright, just like that, we're good. These streams, every single time I forget something. Alright, so we're just getting the second dust washer in place, and then the shaft cover here, and then we'll go ahead and put the ball top on. Grab our, apparently the tiniest flathead screwdriver I own, and then just tighten this all up from below. There we go. Alright, and just like that, we have a fully built out Panzer fight stick. pretty happy with it. Alright, so now what I'll do, let's see, click on that, open up the joystick function on, where's my mouse? On the computer here. Here, let me hit that over so you guys can see it. And we're going to go ahead and plug in the Panzer here, like so. Make sure it pops up and tests out. Yeah, there we go. That's locked. Okay. All right. Cool. There we go. Perfecto. So we know that's good to go. We'll go ahead and click that, and click that. And we'll go ahead and disconnect the Pro cable here. Alright. Then we can set that off to the side. And now all we got to do is button it up, clean it off of the fingerprints that I got on it while I was installing it, take some pictures to post up on the good old internet, and we're good to go. And 40 minutes in, we're already done. That's a new kind of record. So for those of you who joined in late, we did install a Panzer Fight Stick bottom pad on this, so that's kind of nice. Just get that line back up. Grab our handy dandy vessel electric screwdriver here. And button this thing up and call it a day. I'm always happy when a plan comes together. If you guys didn't watch the live stream where I did the raffle, we actually raised about $3,300, I think it was, or $3,100 with these two raffles, and I ended up kicking in about $845, I guess, is the extra. So we ended up donating $4,000 to charity with these two raffles. One was to Black Lives Matter, and the other, or excuse me, 2,000 of it was to Black Lives Matter, and the other 2,000 was to Campaign Zero, and they're focused on police brutality. So, in the world we live in today, private citizens have to donate to get their representatives to listen to reason, I guess. Alright. And just like that, we are donezo. I'm pretty happy with the way this thing came out. The artwork is super, vivid, much better than anything you can get from paper or any of that stuff. And, obviously I'm partial because I think the Panzers are great, but there you go. That's the first one. So we'll probably do another live stream tomorrow where I do the hitbox build. It is going to be basically the same thing, black buttons up top, dark high on the front, and it's going to have printed Plexi on it as well, which, here it is. You can't see it. There it is. Which I think you probably all would have seen on my Twitter and stuff, or my former Twitter. So yeah, that's good. And then I got this artwork that I've been meaning to install on a stick. I guess this will be one for my personal use. I think I'm gonna do like a red lever here and like white buttons over here, and I'm probably gonna use all mechanicals because this will stay in my inventory in my personal use. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, so I think that's weird. You don't need double of me. I think this came out really good, and I'm really happy with the way everything came together for it. So I appreciate you guys tuning in for the live stream. And if you guys have been emailing me, I apologize if I haven't gotten back to you. Again, the intention of when I shut down was, kind of just really withdrawal. And I've kind of done that for the most part. And it's been very good for me personally. to have done that. So I will try and get back to you guys, but you know, if it's about custom stick requests and stuff like that, I'm probably not, just because I'm not going to be building anything else for anyone in the near future. So I apologize, but if you email me asking about doing custom work because it's only one off, or you know, hey, you made one for someone else, can you make me one too, just like it, I'm probably going to say no. You know, that's just, again, it's a personal thing, just to, you know, kind of fully withdraw. As far as recommendations for shops and like other places to get sticks done, I'm not the person to do that, for a number of reasons, most of which people would claim I don't play well with others, and that's fine, but I don't know the quality of other people's sticks. I've only heard, and I can't recommend things that I haven't personally used, so sorry. In any case, I think we'll probably try and do a stream about this time again tomorrow for those of you who want to tune in. I think it's, well, it's about 19:30 here in Japan. I think Brian back in California said it's like 3 in the morning there. And I know on the East Coast, I think it's like 6:30 in the morning, if my memory serves. And then in Europe, it's probably like in the middle of the afternoon or early morning, I guess. So anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And normally I would say make sure you follow me here, here, and here, but I'm not checking any of that stuff anymore. So if you guys want, you know where to get in touch with me personally. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Until tomorrow, this is Jason. Peace out. Thanks.